You're doing this wrong, and don't even know it. Most ACCA students walk straight into MA, Management Accounting, thinking it's just another subject to pass. But here's what no one tells you. This one paper holds the power to either accelerate your entire ACCA journey, or silently wreck your foundation for the next 5 exams. Let's be honest. Have you ever sat for hours staring at formulas, only to forget everything the next day? You're not alone. Thousands fail because they memorize techniques without ever understanding them. And management accounting punishes that mistake hard. This isn't just another course overview. What I'm about to show you, most students never hear from coaching centers or mentors. This is the blueprint for mastering ACCA MA in 2025, not just to pass, but to outperform, to dominate, and to think like a strategist, because that's exactly what the modern finance world demands from you. If you're an ACCA student who's tired of guessing, failing, or second-guessing your own abilities, this video is your moment. Welcome to Education Bench, a channel built for future professionals who don't settle for average. If you're serious about crushing exams and building a mindset for global finance, this is where you belong. Why ACCA MA is not just a paper, it's a mindset shift. Here's the truth. ACCA MA is not theory. It's transformation. This paper demands logic, decision-making, strategic thinking. You're no longer just solving problems, you're analyzing businesses from the inside out. It's the bridge between being a student and becoming a real-world finance analyst. Imagine this, 2 students study the same material. One memorizes cost classifications. The other learns how those costs impact a CEO's decision to launch a new product line. Who do you think ACCA is designed to reward? If you've ever felt like you're studying hard but not smart, MA is where it shows. How the MA paper is changing in 2025, and why you should care. Let's get one thing straight, the 2025 ACCA MA course is not the same as it was last year. Greater emphasis on applied knowledge, tighter integration with real business case studies, more advanced multiple task questions that punish superficial learning. The exam is now 60% OTQ, objective test questions, but they're twisted, layered questions that test how well you think, not how fast you recall. There's also a bigger focus on areas like relevant costing, variance analysis, and performance measurement using non-financial indicators, because that's what employers are hungry for. This is no longer a theory-first world. ACCA knows it. That's why you must too. You're not failing ACCA MA because you're lazy. You're failing because you're solving the right questions with the wrong mindset. Once you start thinking like a business advisor, not a student, you stop fearing the exam. And that's when the real shift happens. The formula that actually works, mastery, not memorization. Here's the strategy top scorers won't tell you. 1. Visual learning, passive reading. Use flowcharts for costing methods, sketch decision trees, act out budgeting scenarios like a boardroom conversation. 2. Spaced repetition active recall equals memory locked in. Rewatching lectures? That's noise. Instead, do mini-tests weekly. Time boxed. Brutally honest. 3. Mix theory with real-life stories. When you study throughput accounting, don't just look at bottlenecks on paper. Think of McDonald's drive-thru. That's throughput in action. Every concept becomes permanent once you connect it to life. Here's what no one told you about management accounting. It's not about numbers, it's about consequences. Every figure tells a story. Every variance screams a warning. If you can read the language of numbers, you can predict the future of a business. Most common mistakes that destroy students in MA. Mistake number 1, relying on past paper patterns. 2025 is shifting toward scenario-based understanding. Past papers may help, but only if you understand the why behind the answers. Mistake number 2, studying in isolation. MA is best studied in layers. Watch, solve, reflect, teach. Yes, teach. When you explain a concept to your imaginary team or even out loud, it clicks. That's called active synthesis. Mistake number 3, ignoring performance metrics. Most students skip performance ratios, KPIs, and TQM. Big mistake. These areas come in tricky forms in Section C, and skipping them is like signing your own failure slip. The smart way to prepare in 2025. Weeks 1-2, focus only on core costing principles, absorption, marginal, activity-based. Don't rush. Master them like your life depends on it. Weeks 3-5, start solving practice questions topic-wise. Focus on behavioral cost and budget variances. Mix MCQs with MTQs. Weeks 6-7, begin timed mock exams. Simulate the real test conditions. Diagnose your blind spots. Week 8, light review confidence building. No new topics. Instead, sharpen what you already know. That's not just a schedule. That's your mental operating system. Why MA actually prepares you for the real world. Here's the part most tutors skip. MA is the only paper at this level that gives you a CEO's lens. You learn how to control and optimize costs like a business leader, how to prepare budgets that forecast reality, how to measure performance not just in spreadsheets but in strategy. If you've ever wanted to feel like your study has real impact, this is the paper where it starts. Forget the myth that technical knowledge alone will get you hired. Employers want thinkers, analysts, people who understand how operations shape outcomes. MA is your playground for that. If this hit home for you, then you're already ahead of 90% of students still stuck in passive learning loops. But this isn't the end. It's your starting point. Go check out our next video, how to build a study system that actually works for ACCA students. It's packed with real strategies, not recycled hacks. And I want to hear from you. What's been your biggest struggle with MA so far? Drop it in the comments. You never know who you'll help by sharing your story. Hit that subscribe button if you're tired of average. Because here at Education Bench, we don't just prepare for exams. We prepare for the future.